Chapter 8, Johnny Astro. Having school shut down was really fabulous, even if it meant scratching like crazy. I wore my Firecracker Man outfit all day. I didn't have to carry my PDK. I didn't have to worry about being a gentleman. Best of all, I didn't have to sit next to a girl, except for Annabelle, who doesn't count on account of she's my sister, and there's just no avoiding that. Somehow, Calvin and Annabelle also got the chicken pox, and together we watched all the cooking shows we wanted. Our mom made us Italian ices, our Popo rubbed us with lotion, our Gung Gung told us stories when he was little and had the chicken pox in China. His family had chickens, he chased the chickens chased him, then he got the pox. He was so lucky. We chilled out completely. Even my dad stayed home a couple days to chill so that Mom could go to work. And whenever he chills, he reaches for his favorite toy, Johnny Astro. It's a special occasion whenever Dad plays with this Johnny Astro. It means he is in a really good mood. And playing with the toy puts him in an out-of-this-galaxy mood. Best of all, it means I get Dad all to myself. Calvin and Annabelle sneak away whenever Johnny Astro comes out. We watched Johnny Astro all our lives, and now neither one of them enjoys it. But I do. When I was your age, my dad began, and he always begins a story about being my age whenever he reaches for Johnny Astro. There was nothing that I loved more than Johnny Astro. Not my ant farm, not my walkie-talkie, not my power drill, and not even my baseball card collection. I love stories about when my dad was a kid. Sometimes they're funny, like how it used to snow so much they had to dig tunnels through the snow for air. And sometimes they aren't funny, like when his Yaya died and everyone was so sad they forgot to feed Yaya's bird. So his bird died too. When I was your age, my dad continued, Johnny Astro made me very popular. Everyone wanted to play with me because I had a Johnny Astro. Everyone? Absolutely, said my dad. No one ever saw a toy like this. No one. I read the box. Johnny Astro, it said. Really flies, no wires, no connections. Fly your spacecraft anywhere. If you can fly one of these, my dad said breathlessly, you can fly anything. He put batteries into a plastic control panel and flipped a switch. A fan whirred softly, and he moved the stick shift like a pilot. Suddenly, a balloon with an astronaut launched into the air. The balloon swirled and hovered above our heads like as if by magic. I blinked rapidly. I breathed rapidly. Fireworks burst inside my eyes. You can take off, you can land it, fire the propulsion, knock it down, capture it, fly it again, said my dad, to the moon at full speed. The balloon went up, 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 and landed on a high shelf. Then it floated off the shelf as if it was lifted by an invisible hand. Can I try? I asked. I watched my dad play a million times, but I had never played with it, not even once. But I had the pox. And who could say no to a poor thing with the pox? Only if you're careful, my dad said. It takes a special touch. Cross my heart, I said. I commandeered Johnny Astro up and over our heads and then smoothly onto a landing pad on the coffee table. My dad was very impressed. Amazing, he said, blinking rapidly. You're as astonishing as I was when I was your age. You're a top gun. He shook his head and wiped his eyes. He put his hand on my back. Someday, my dad said in a low whisper, this will be yours. I gasped. I did not know what to say. My dad had never said it before. And my dad always means what he says. I think that's one of the rules about being a gentleman, but I really don't know. I can't remember. I only wish... No, let's stop there. I only wish that Calvin and Annabelle had been there to hear it too. in case my ears were playing tricks on me, which they sometimes do. Mama, mine? I could hardly say it. My dad nodded. Sure, son, he said. That night I had a dream that I was Johnny Astro himself. I got into Johnny Astro's balloon and blasted straight into orbit. I went over the top of everything, even the moon. I sailed across the inky sky. It was thrilling. Everything was great until I looked down. Then nothing was great. I felt dizzy. Our driveway pinwheeled under our sneakers. I crash landed and woke up. I ran downstairs and I looked up. And there, in the moonlight on the top shelf of the highest bookcase, was Johnny Astro, safe and sound. TGID. Thank God it was only a dream. That's it.